Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this abstract scenery in the app HiPaint. So I'll be giving brush details and step-by-step instruction here. First, I'm just opening a screen says canvas, and here I'm just importing the color palette that I want to use in the reference panel. And here I'm just adding this color in this palette just because I need to apply the gradient. For applying gradient, we cannot use the color pick tool, so that's why I just used added that color in the panel and the palette, and then used. Now I'm just going to create a textured gradient look. So for that I'm using this blend. So just tap like this, choose variant color from the same gradient that we have in the canvas. This gave us a beautiful texture to create some shack scenery. Also, I'm going to try this blotchy blend to add some very mild dots like details. You can see here before we had a patchy details all over the canvas, and after using this blotchy blend brush, this became more like a very blended one. Okay, our background is almost ready. Now in the new layer I am going to draw the triangle. So here the concept is going to be like a desert scenery which have that three pyramid. So for that I'm using the triangle tool and the shape tool. So adjust the anchor points like this. Once you're okay with that, click on the tick and just drop the color like this. And in a new layer I'm going to draw another triangle which is of slightly milder, or you can call it brighter color than the previous one, and also another triangle behind that first triangle that we have drawn. So I'm keeping the center triangle as taller one, and the other two are a little bit less than that. Okay, now I'm going to add the details for this. So choosing the last triangle, and I'm going to use this blotchy brush using some darker color than the color that we have in the triangle. Make sure you switch on the lock transparent pixel option in the layers. So if you don't use that, if you don't use that, the details will be added in the empty area as well. So in the same way I'm going to add details for the second triangle as well. So when it comes to HiPaint, the most preferable brushes for adding texture or airbrush and this blotchy brush, and you can also use that paint brush that I used for that blending tool. So you can use those brush for adding beautiful texture. Now I'm going to add some glitters. So when it comes to glitters, you can go for this fluorescence brush available under the light tool. So here you can see it gives, when you add strokes over and over on the same place, it gives beautiful glittery texture. So in the same way I'm going to add for the second triangle, but this time the color going to be a little bit pinkish, and same for the third triangle. Now using the leaf brush, I'm going to add this 3D look. So to create that 3D look, I didn't do anything then adding like a little stroke like this. It should be a little bit angled, not so straight. Now all the details for these pyramids are over. Now, so I'm going to add this desert here, desert sand here. So I'm keeping this entire portrait or entire scenery in the basis of these four color. So whatever I add, it will be in base of these or anything like dark navy blue, purple or pink, or all this color. So I'm going to add details only for this area now. So for that I'm using lasso tool to select this area, because I tried using magic wand tool, but as both colors are almost similar, it didn't specifically select that pinkish area. So that's why I just using a lasso tool to select this area and add this detail. Here I'm using airbrush, and also try using the blotchy brush. Now I just remove the lasso selection, and in the remaining area using the blotchy brush I'm adding details here. And also you can try using this stubble brush. This also gives beautiful texture to your artwork. Now you can just remove the lock, and if you want to adjust like this. And in the new layer I'm going to draw one more desert mountain like this. This is going to be more pinkish now, pink and purple in between that color, like lavender one. In the same way the process is going to be same. So using the leaf brush I'm going to add this detail. Using the lasso tool, just select area like this, and using the airbrush add it. So I have throat infection, so my voice look horrible. Okay, when you click on the invert selection, the remaining area other than the selection will be selected, and you can add details very easily. Now in the back side of the pyramids I'm going to draw the moon. So for that I'm using the shape tool, circle tool, and adjust the anchor point to get the exact circle. Drop the color. Now to create a faded I'm using the eraser to erase one side using the blotchy eraser. So this brush gives a very good texture, whether it is a brush or eraser, whatever it can be, it gives beautiful texture. And now I'm using lock transfer pixel and adding this airbrush to make this more glow. Now again in the back side of the moon I'm going to draw the cloud like this. So this is going to be normal cloud, but I'm going to make it textured one, like using the eraser in the same way I did for the moon. Now again you can use coding, use the same blotchy brush or try any other eraser. I used airbrush eraser here, and also change the blending mode to light. Then moving on to the soft light. I don't feel happy with that. Trying another blending modes. So I'm just okay with the lighten. Just adjust the opacity of the layer. Now I'm going to draw the stars. For the stars, I don't have any brush, particularly for the stars here. And so I'm using the snow brush in this app. This also gives beautiful, star-like texture. Now we have the stars inside the moon as well. So I'm erasing that like this, and also erase and fade out some of the stars so that it looks like not everything bright. Some stars are bright and some stars are far away from us, so it looks light, small. So for that look, I erase some. Now here, to create a gradient look, I'm using the airbrush like this. Also here. Now we have already created a background, and I feel like the brighter side is not visible behind the moon pyramid, so I'm just dragged it up. Now just duplicate this moon layer, switch on the Gaussian blur and adjust like you wish, so the moon start glowing like this. Make sure you change the blending mode to add. Now just create a clipping layer. So between every pyramid there should be shadow details, so that it looks like there is a gap, and to create that 3D look like this. So this artwork is mainly about the texture, abstract style. So you can't expect reality here. Instead, you can more look onto that texture that we have created using the different brush and the glowy details. Now just switch on the symmetry tool. So I'm just going to make the widget look. So at the corners I'm adding these dark details like this. So now just switch on the Gaussian blur and adjust so that we can just blur out that texture created by the airbrush. Now saving this as JPG file. Here is our beautiful moonlight scenery, abstract scenery that we have created using the HiPaint. I hope you like this, learned something new from me and the brush detail. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel.